Now let's begin our embroidery project, creating the pink butterfly. First, take out the embroidery base cloth. Then, take out the embroidery hoop. Place the embroidery hoop underneath the base cloth. Then, unscrew the screw and slip it on. Place the butterfly in the center of the embroidery hoop. Then tighten the sides. After tightening, also tidy up the cloth on the side. This is to ensure that the cloth is taut, making it easier for embroidery. And then this extra cloth. Don't cut it off. Keep it, it will be useful later. Now we start to embroider with gold thread. This is it. First, take out this whole strand of gold thread. Starting from here. From this point, beside the butterfly, extract the needle. Then follow the lines on the butterfly's wings. Place the gold thread on top. Next, use another piece of transparent thread that has been threaded on the line of butterfly wings. At every small distance, first extract the needle. Then bypass the gold thread, and then insert the needle at the same point. And then, another small distance away, pull the needle out. Bypass the gold thread, and push the needle down again. And that's how you secure the golden thread for the butterfly. Just follow the edge of the line and repeat the steps above. Embroider a circle. The effect is like the fixed gold thread on the left. After we finish, let's take out a whole piece of gold thread. Then, pull out a strand from the gold thread. Fold it in half to make two strands. Now, let's start embroidering this section. We start here. Bring the needle out. Then, embroider a small distance. Continue embroidering next to it, repeating the same steps. We repeat this process several times, using these gold threads to completely fill the bottom section. The direction is from here to here, and from here to here. At the same time, this side also follows the pattern. Repeat this process. Making sure not to expose the color of the base. Try to fill it as evenly and completely as possible. Smooth filling. Now that the lower part is filled, we can operate on the upper part. Take the needle out from here. Pull it out and embroider a small section. We need to connect the previous paragraph with the next one. Try not to create gaps in the middle that cover the bottom. Repeat the previous operation. Draw the direction of this line. Paint like this. When we embroider, we should pay attention to the direction of the wings, which is slightly curved. Follow the direction I drew. You can also draw it for reference. Repeat the previous embroidery in this direction. After we finish both sides, next, we can start decorating with the lines. Take 2 strands of red metal thread and tie a knot at the end. Start from here. Bring the needle out. Then embroider a section. Control the distance of the embroidery yourself. Then bring the needle out behind it. And pull it through. Continue this process. Repeat the operation as before. We can also follow the line of the bottom cut. Follow the line as you embroider. Remembering to follow the curved direction of the wings. We are now going to fill all the cut lines with red thread. It's okay to continue embroidering in this way. Let's get started. I'll speed up the process now. Okay, we have completed all the areas that need red thread first. Then we'll use cotton thread to fill in this area. First, take 2 strands of pink thread, just like the piece on the left that has been prepared beforehand. Fill the bottom section completely. I'll demonstrate how to do this area first. Start by bringing the needle out from here. Then we'll embroider a section, starting from the middle. Divide it into 2 parts, top and bottom, and embroider separately. The filling method here is the same as the previous gold thread filling. Just fill in the 2 separate sides. Continue with the previous steps. After filling it out, let's fill in the area next to it. Note that here, we need to bring the needle out from the thread. Make sure that the previous section of thread and the next section of thread have a crossing point between them. This way, it will look more natural. The dividing point will not be so easily visible. Repeat this process for this area until the bottom is no longer visible. Alright, this completes this section of the embroidery. Let's look at the remaining areas. The steps for these areas are the same. Please note that for areas that require filling with small beads and sequin, we don't need to do the filling here temporarily. These areas will be explained later. Skip ahead and complete the areas that require thread filling first. After we finish the surface filling for the areas above according to the previous steps, we can start filling in the beads. To embroider these beads and sequins, take a piece of clear thread. Bring the needle out here. Thread a bead onto the needle. Then thread another bead next to it and pull through, repeating this process. Fill the area, little by little. Then fill the side. And this area here, as well as this region. Here, and this area is for embroidering the sequins. Let's go through the steps together. Bring the needle out from here. Thread a sequin onto the needle. Insert the needle back into the fabric. Then pull out the needle from the side. Thread another sequin and repeat the process. After threading for sequins, bring the needle out from above to start the second layer. Then move to the side layer. Overlap the sequins from the top layer with the sequins from the bottom layer. Cover half of the previous sequins area. Continue using this overlapping method. Complete this area and this area, as well as these two areas. After embroidering the beads and sequins, we will notice that at the edges of the previously completed section, the length of each section is not the same. There will be some gaps left. This requires us to use the remaining beads and sequins for decoration. Just like the one on the right that I have already complete. Now, let's start with the one on the left. From the bottom here, bring the needle out from here. Then, thread 3 beads. Move up to the top. And thread 2 beads, this time. Thread 3 beads, again. Just like this, without any specific pattern. Alternate with different quantities. Just like this. Then for the next step, we'll use sequins and beads to add embellishments on top of the already embroidered section. We can just add them randomly. Next, let's make the butterfly's body. Follow this arrangement order. To sew on the diamond, first, bring the needle out from here. There will be 4 holes underneath the diamond. When sewing, cross over. Like this, sew in a crisscross pattern. Thread it on like this, and sew a few more times to secure it well. Then the next two are done, in the same way. Next, let's take out this diamond chain. I cut 3 lengths here, but you can cut them to your preferred length. They can also be the same length, just cut them. For the Indian thread, before using it, pull both ends gently. Give it a slight tug. Compare the length. Cut it in half. Bring the needle out, next to the head. Make a small circle with a line. Hook the Indian thread, like this. Sew it on, trapping. Do the same for the other side. Then take the diamond chain. Repeat the same steps. Make a small circle with a line. Place it on, trapping. Next, secure the diamond chain at the bottom. Mount a few more. Alright, for the one next to it. Mount it in the same way. Then for the bottom of the butterfly's body, there is also a diamond chain. Each diamond chain only mount the first few squares. Like the bottom of the diamond chains, on both sides, do not need to be mounted. Leave them free to move. Alright, what you see now is the finished product. I added some intricate lines on the side, along with sequins and beads. And over here, on the bottom, there is also a straight line. Use a red straight line to fill it up. Then use sequins and beads to embellish the bottom. And that's it. Alright, next, I used other butterfly embroidery to demonstrate the installation of the photo frame. First, there is a transparent board. Place it at the bottom. Then, check if it's in the middle. Then flip it over. Take out this 2-stranded thread. And sew the 2 edges together crisscross. Then, fold over the top and bottom edges. And sew them together. Then place it inside. And that's it. It's done.